Alright, what's up, Algebra? Today we're going to talk about slope-intercept form. On your paper, on your notes page, you should have the warm-up numbers 1, 2, and 3. I want you to go ahead and do those 3 problems on your own. So pause the video, do those real quick, and then resume the video once you've got those done. Alright, so for number 1, you should have that M stands for slope. On number 2, it's asking you to find the rate of change between points A and B. You should have 3 plus 6 over 0 plus 3 for your slope formula there. 3 plus 6 is 9. 0 plus 3 is 3. Obviously, that should simplify to m equals 3 for your slope. Okay. And then the last one, number 3, how can a linear relationship be non-proportional? Remember, straight line and linear, those mean the same thing. You got the word line and the word linear, so that should help you remember that. It is non-proportional if it does not pass through the origin. Okay, so it does not pass through the origin, or you can put 0, 0. I don't care, either one. Okay. And that is it for your warm-up. So we'll go ahead and jump into some slope-intercept form stuff, but we should already be pretty comfortable with numbers 1 through 3 there. The y-intercept is the y-coordinate of the point where a line crosses the y-axis of a graph. The letter B stands for y-intercept. I don't know why it's the letter B. Kind of strange, but that's what it is. So we're just going to stick with that. Okay, if you look at the example, it says the y-intercept of the graph is, you should be able to see right here on our y-axis, we're crossing through at 2. In order to find the slope, remember, you're just doing rise over run. So if you want to write that down here, you can put rise over run equals, pick any 2 points, doesn't matter which ones. I'm going to pick these 2 here. You're going left to right, always going left to right. If you want to make a note of that, feel free to do that. But your rise is up 1, and your run is over 2. So there's your slope is 1/2. Okay, and that is it for that first example. Next, we've got in slope-intercept form. This is an equation that is written in the form y equals mx plus b. I think you guys talked about that a little bit in 7th grade as well, where m stands for slope and b stands for y-intercept. And then the example below that says, what is the slope-intercept form of the line graphed above the slope-intercept form equation, I guess I should have put. But y equals mx plus b. And then you're just plugging in for m and b, right? So we have y equals m, your slope is 1/2, x plus b, your y-intercept is 2. Okay, a couple notes that I wrote down there for you. Keep y isolated if we're in slope-intercept form. So in your assignments, either tonight or in the future, you might have problems where it's asking you to rewrite an equation into slope-intercept form. It is very important that when you do that, you have y isolated. Okay, if you isolate y, pretty much the rest is kind of just going to fall into place for slope-intercept form. Okay, so y has to be isolated. Second thing, when you write your equations in slope-intercept form, you're going to leave y and x alone. You should have y and x just in their variable form. They shouldn't have numbers plugged in when you've got your final equation written. Okay, so that's kind of those 2 notes there. We're going to flip over to the back side of the notes page. The example says, given the equation y equals negative 4x minus 5, what is the slope? What is the y-intercept? Okay, so again, we're looking at y equals mx plus b. Slope is m. So your slope here, you should get m equals negative 4. Make sure you pay attention to that negative. And then for your y-intercept, again, y-intercept is b. So you should have for your y-intercept b equals negative 5. Again, making sure we're paying attention to that negative. The sign has to go with the constant there for our y-intercept. Okay. I want you to go ahead and pause the video and you are going to do the got it problem A, and then the got it problem B. And you're also going to do got it problem C and D that are on this page as well. So pause the video, go ahead and do those, and you can resume the video again. All right, so looking at these, if we look at for A and B, you're writing an equation. So on A, you should get y equals 2/3 x plus 6. On B, same thing. Writing an equation, you should get y equals negative 2x minus 12. On C and D, it's asking you to find the slope and the y-intercept when you are already given the equation. So on C, your slope, or M, you should have negative 5. And your y-intercept, or B, you should get 8. On D, this one's a little bit tricky because it's not written correctly in slope-intercept form. So the first thing you could do, you don't have to do this if you don't need to, but the first thing that you can do here is have y equals negative 2x plus 9. So you're just flipping those two around. That's optional. You don't have to do that step if you don't want to. If you can see right away, the other thing you can look at is the number, the coefficient for x is going to be your slope. So here you can see that's negative 2. And then for B, that's your constant. That's going to be 9. Okay, so that's it for D. Be careful on those. Don't get those flipped around just because the order is switched on you. Okay, so that's kind of it for writing the equations so far. We're going to talk about graphing next. When you graph, first thing you're going to do is place the y-intercept. Remember, that's going to go on the y-axis. And then step 2 is going to be to count rise over run from the first placed point. Okay, so your slope. Again, is going to be on the y-axis. All right, so just so you've got it there. If you want to make that note, feel free. Don't have to. Okay, so we've got the got it problem here. I'm going to kind of give you an option. You can either pause it now if you're feeling good about graphing all three of E, F, and G, or if you want to see me do E first, I'll go ahead and do E. So feel free to pause the video right now if you want. All right, so whether you pause it or not, here's E. On E, you've got y equals 4/5 x minus 4. So first thing you're going to do, place the y-intercept. Your y-intercept here is negative 4. I'm going to place a point there. Okay, when I graph in slope-intercept form, I want at least 3 points on the graph. Okay, if possible. I say that in this problem, it's not even going to be possible, but bear with me there. Then you're going to do your rise over run from that point. So your slope is 4/5. So you are going to rise 4. That should take you to the origin, and you're going to run 5. It should take you to your x-intercept, which we haven't talked about yet, which is at 5. Okay, so 5, 0 is the other point. Like I said, I want 3 points. If you were to do a third point, it'd be like way over here, right? So we don't really need to do that for this one. Go ahead and draw your line through the points. Please use a straight edge on those to make sure that the line is accurate. I can't really do that when I draw these on the screen, but when you do your own, I do ask that you do that so that it's nice and straight. All right, if you did not already complete F and G, I want you to pause the video now to do F and G. If you've already done those, obviously you can just hang tight for just a second, but pause the video if you need to and solve those two or graph those two. All right, whether you've already graphed all three or if you watched E, we are now on F. So here we go. Y equals negative x minus 2. Once again, I'm going to start by graphing the y-intercept. So there we go at negative 2. And my slope, it says negative 1. It doesn't give you, or I guess it doesn't give you the coefficient of negative 1. You just have the negative, but please recognize that is negative 1x, right? So for that one, your slope is going to be negative 1 over 1, right? Because anything divided by 1 is itself. So from our y-intercept, you're going down 1 since it's negative, and then right 1, and down 1, right 1. Like I said, at least 3 points. If you want to do more, just so you can have a good complete line here, that's what I'm going to do. If you did not do that, that is fine. But I will ask, you want to make sure it goes long enough that you can kind of see where the line's going. Yeah. So in blue, I've got line F there for you. And then the last one, line G, you got y equals negative 1/3 x plus 2. First thing, again, you should have put the y-intercept at positive 2. Then you've got the slope is negative 1/3. So you're going down 1 since it's negative, right 3. Okay, and then here, since we can't go any further without going off the edge of the graph, what I'm going to have you do on these problems is go back to your y-intercept, and you're just going to go the exact opposite direction so that it still makes a straight line with your other point. So instead of going down 1 from your original point at 0, 2, you're going to go up 1. And instead of going right 3, you're going to go left 3. So you should end up right here. Notice that makes a straight line with my other 2 points. I'm going to draw that line. And that's my line for the equation on G. Okay. That is it for graphing. Last little bit here for your notes. The slope is oftentimes called, you've seen this already before, but it's oftentimes called the rate of change. Again, you've seen that before. That shouldn't be new. The y-intercept, this one might be a little bit more new. That is often called the initial value. Okay, with the word initial just meaning like starting point. Okay, so that is it for your notes. So thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you got all the problems done. Your assignment, if you're watching this in 2025, or I shouldn't say that in case there's other years that need this video. But anyway, your assignment, if you're watching this video, is page 235, number 7 through 10, 16, 21, 22, 37 through 39. And that is going to be due next class, so make sure you get that done. And that's it for the video, so enjoy the assignment, as I know you always do.